The peas are coming up, the kale is still happy, and we're starting to get little teeny tiny salsify sprouts, I think. Still waiting for the pumpkin, but they're okay. My neighbors are replacing their roof, so that's exciting. Yeah, same thing, little salsifys and peas and the kale. I'm gonna try and plant some more onions, but because it is July, it's a little late to start them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these onions from the grocery store that have sprouted. I'm going to clean them up, and like this one has 2 plants going right now. I'm going to separate them out, and then I'm going to plant these in the yard, and they'll bulb up and they'll get bigger. And we can also harvest the onion greens. And then these green onions, because the roots are still on them, which is super nice, I'm just going to cut them off, and then they'll really resprout the greens, and we'll just keep using those, and we'll just have that in the house in a jar of water, and it'll just keep growing for us and providing us nice fresh onion flavor to throw into all of our cooking. I might make some stock with the spent greens, or I might pop these in my dehydrator and store them for later. So I have 10 little onion starts. This one is just starting, and I don't think it's necessarily worth it to pull it out, and it'll give me a bigger onion that way. And these I'm just going to treat like onion sets. One of 2 things will happen. They will either start to make a blossom and give me onion seed, which I can then plant the seed, or these will just continue to bulb out and get bigger. I think these were all harvested a little too early when the farmer harvested them. So I'm just gonna drop these in some soil and hope for the best, and maybe we will get 17 new big full onions out of some stuff that we probably would have just thrown away. And these are the green onions. It's going to be simpler. You just chop off the root and stick it in. You don't even need this much onion left. I could have gone much shorter, but I didn't see the point because I'm just doing a little bit of an experiment and beefing up our onions. The paper on this one is a little mushy and gross, so I don't think he's going to do very well in this method, so I'm going to plant him out with my other onions and get a green onion going in the back garden. But yeah, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green onions just in an old honey jar filled with water, and you don't need anything else, just water, and make sure the roots are covered, and that's it. So this is one of the onions that I planted out earlier this year, and it's going to seed. Totally normal. It was just one that was past its prime. It's my pear tree, potatoes, and then I planted out these bulbs around here. We took out bamboo, and then I filled it in with some compost, threw some cabbage seeds down the other day, and we'll see if we get any cabbages from that. But then I just put the onions on the outside to help repel some pests, because that seems like not a bad idea. Now I'm going to plant the rest of these little guys in my garden beds. This is the most Hoppa Kid International thing. I am making a Italian style pasta salad and putting it in a mason jar because I smuggled these in from the States, and an old Swedish shrimp bucket because it has a handle, and that's awesome, which is also just makes me think of Joe Coy, and he has this joke out right now about Filipino Tupperware. It's not just Filipinos, we all do it. Hoppa Pride from Sweden.